Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Angelica Underwood, and I am here with Serena Carcasole. Is that how
That's
I'm
right.
pronouncing? Yes, yes,
Correct. Yeah.
yes. She's an amazing woman who is the founder of Amazing Women Entrepreneurs Network with more than 30,000 women and growing daily. She is also the host of the popular and demand Amazing Women of Influence Summit, which is now launching as a podcast this week. So her passion is to help women entrepreneurs have and stand out brand with multiple income streams that result in financial freedom. And today we're going to be talking about recession proof your business in a time of uncertainty. So thank you, Serena, for being here with me today.
Thank you so much for for having me. I'm really excited to chat today.
Thanks. One of the big moments or big crisis that's like in, the worldwide is an uncertainty. Like, what do we do? Because there is a world crisis going on. And it's hard to really tap into that energy and talk about it. But yet I feel that it's very, very important to talk about this recession that's happening right now. People are losing jobs. They're scared. They go to the stores and there might not be any food there. And not only that, but I know we're in one of our counties here, they're shutting down tonight. Like, we cannot go out. So what do you think people can do right now in this uncertainty? And I love your topic, recession proof your business in type of uncertainty.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people are feeding on the fear, and it's just creating more fear, more stress. And of course, what happens when we're stressed? Our immune system starts to decrease, our immunity and all that. And, we have to this now is the best time to really be an entrepreneur. Now is the best time to take advantage of this situation to either better, ourselves, our skills, so that we can be able to be recession proof, or work on ways to be able to create multiple sources of income so that again we can be recession proof. Being an entrepreneur is a fabulous opportunity, to be able to control our income. And nobody dictates us. No, there's no boss that has to tell us whether we're going to work or not. There's no boss that's going to say, no, I'm not going to pay you, or you have to go home. Like, you are able to do to prosper, and nobody can control your life. And so being an entrepreneur, a lot of the entrepreneurs right now are very fortunate because it doesn't really affect them, although it does affect some entrepreneurs also. But this is why we have to recession proof our business and prepare for these uncertainties, because they do come. And if it's not a pandemic, it could be something else. So we have to be able to prepare ourselves so that it never affects us. So you know there's multiple income streams that we could, that's one of the things that I'd like to talk about today.
Right. And one of the things I feel that has happened to a lot of entrepreneurs and a lot of people across the world is that the planning piece that you were just talking about, that we don't plan for moments like this. So then our business is not recession proof because the planning, we lacked planning for moments like this. So what can you talk about the multiple streams of income that people can create for themselves? Maybe they might not implement it now, but they're home and they have time to plan
To
more, right?
create and plan, exactly. This is the time, if you do not have multiple income streams, is to start creating so that you can have multiple income streams. But the first thing, what I want to actually say is that because it's a time of a crisis, people automatically start getting into this like reflective zone of like, I have to sell, I have to sell, I have to sell to see if I can get more money. And instead they're repelling. When we
Mhm.
start to get into this, defensive zone, like, we repel, and we don't want to repel people. Like, we shouldn't be selling, period. We should be just, when you are a solution to people's problems, and you are educating people and taking care of people and giving them reasons to want to get to know you, get to want to work with you, that's when things start to change, and you don't even need to sell. You get
Mm,
to the point where your brand has to be a standout brand, and you have to be known. You have to build your personal brand, and you have to be known for the expert in your field, that you're an expert in your specific field. And when you're known as an expert, people come to you without even you having to offer.
right.
And so that's why it's important to have multiple income streams, because not everybody wants to work with you in one way. There's different ways that you can collect opportunities from people. So different, right now, let's just say if you're a coach,
Hmm.
there's so many. You could be creating a course right now. You could have a course, whether it's a low price course or a higher price course. You could be doing group coaching, masterminding. You could have a product that you sell. You can write a book. That's a great time. Everybody should become an author. Being an author is up levels your credentials, and it also brings you opportunity, because maybe you'll get contacted through PR opportunities, like through to be on a podcast, or to speak at an event, to speak on a summit, all these various things. You start, when you up level your credentials, things change. You get to actually be seen as that expert. So there's so many things that you could be doing right now to collecting grabbing your expertise and turning it into something viable, that you can have more than one income stream, to be able to not have to struggle in a time of need. Another thing is, selling a product. Like, there's so many businesses out there where you could either sell other people's products as an affiliate, or you can have product like drop shipping. You could sell on Amazon, on Etsy. Here's one little secret that I have. I'm starting coloring books. People are people love to color, especially adults now. It's a hot thing. Coloring books are a hot thing. So what are people doing now at home? They're looking for activities. So
Mm,
coloring books is a great thing to get started on, right? So
right.
even myself, who has multiple income streams, I'm always looking for other ways to be able to bring in more income streams into my life. And this is how you end up becoming recession proof, because sometimes, one thing doesn't do so well, another thing will.
Mm.
So there's so many things that you could do to really prosper with your business, and get to know other opportunities that can help you. And yeah, then when you
Mhm.
have all these income streams, nothing will get in your way.
Right, right. And you know what? I follow also John Maxwell, and he says a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. And I think that I've been following you, and I've seen you with so much success, with so much followers, that believe in you and like you and begin to trust you. So I think that leaders right now, or people should tap it, or entrepreneurs should tap into their leadership and be able to show the way for other people on how to get out of this crisis. Because right now, if people get to like them and trust them, and they build a strong community just like you have, I think that they don't have to sell, like you were saying. I love that you don't have to sell.
Yeah, when you are paving the way for other people, and you're helping other people, and you're serving other people, you'll be served in return. When you are just trying to help yourself, and not that people are doing it purposely, that they're not, that it's being greedy or anything like that. It's just, we automatically are in this, assume that we're in business, we need to make money, and we become a little bit desperate, so we're always trying to sell. But what happens is that you may get a customer or two, a client or two, but then again, you're in that boat again, a month down the road, or a week down the road, or a day down the road. You're going through that same thing. It's like, oh, I got to find another customer or two. When you build this vortex of people that can come to you and say, wow, I know Serena, I know Angelica, or I know Mary, or I know, and they give me such value, and I love everything they do. And oh, look, they have a mastermind coming up, or oh, look, they have a class coming up, or maybe they have an event that I can go to, or whatever the case is. They'll be like, oh my gosh, can you imagine how good their paid product is, or their paid stuff is, if their free stuff is so good too?
Hmm.
So people automatically just like, where can I work with you? I do coaching and consulting. You hardly ever see me talking about my coaching and consulting services. is
Mhm.
very little. Do I even mention it? But people book times with me all the time to say, I want to learn more about your packages, or I want to learn more about your training. And I've had people that pay me $2,500 a month at times, or $25,000 a year without me even having to solicit that I do coaching or consulting.
Mhm.
So people come to you, they flock to you when you start to become that person that is helping them in their life without even having to pay for it. Then eventually they'll want to pay for it. So like they say, just like you said, John Maxwell says, serve others and you will be served. Don't
Mhm.
serve others, serve only, like, you're not gonna, you're just gonna struggle. And so this is where, think of future focus, not the now, that I need the client now, because that's where you're always going to be in that mode of, I need clients now, I need to have a return on investment now. No, think future. Build your business for a future that becomes, again, recession proof, rather than focusing only on the here and now. And I hear this all the time. People contact me all the time wanting to, do different things. And then they're like, no, I can't spend any money now because I have to work on, income producing activities right now, immediate income producing activities.
Mhm.
Immediate income producing activities do not protect you for the future. You're better off building for the future, making that, making that, protection. Like, it's like you're like a savings account, that's
Yeah.
constantly overflowing. If you do that, then eventually you'll never have to worry about, oh, I have to do income producing activities. You'll always have income producing activities at that point. So think of the future, not the now. Take up as many opportunities as you can, and then you build that credibility and people flock to you.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm really grateful that you said yes to this interview, because some other people told me they were very busy because they were building their products and their services. And yet I was looking for people of service that would spend a few minutes talking to people out there, because right now we are facing a crisis. And what can we tell them now to build them up? And then in my head, it's like people come first, safety comes first. We give them strategies, we give them hope, and like you're saying, later on they can find us when they need us, because they know that we're there. They know that we truly care, instead of just trying to sell and sell. Especially like right now, I mean, you don't want to be selling unless people come and look for you and need you. Don't you think? What's your stand there?
My stance is, yeah, this, when you're selling, people don't feel authentic. People don't want to be sold to. Nobody likes being sold to. They like to sell, but they don't like to be sold to, especially on social media. People do not come to social media to buy. They come to promote themselves. They come to meet people and connect, but their intention is not, where am I going to go? What group am I going to go to and buy from today? That is nobody's intention. So that's why, like, if you notice, I have multiple groups. And
Mhm.
one of my groups, I allow selling, I allow promotion. And I tell you, even though it's still a pretty big group, I swear there's hardly any communication that happens in that group, because
Mm.
everybody comes into the place of, I want to promote and sell. Then I
Mhm.
have my group of 30,000 women that does not allow selling, is very strict, not even video allowed unless you're like, approved member to, to do occasional videos, etc. Or, on certain JV partnerships. And that group is so, it's awesome. Like, there's so much communication going on. So what I'm trying to say is that, like, people come for one sole reason. So build that, that expertise. Let
Mm.
people know you're an expert. There's so much real estate on your profile that could get you so many opportunities. Fill out your profile. Make sure people can know how they can find you. Share your website. Share your group on your profile. Like, if you go to my profile, you're going to see my group link, all my social media links, my website. You're going to see a little like snippet of what I do. Like, you'll see all this different stuff that no matter who comes to my profile, they'll get to know me and they'll get to learn from me and where to find me. And then all of a sudden, people are joining my group. People are going to my website. They're signing up for my email. They're giving their email and sign up for my gifts and all that stuff. So build real estate and let people be attracted to you. and you will see all kinds of success from from being online, and yeah, being the expert. And don't give up. Like, do not give up in a time like this. Don't get like you're repel. Don't repel people because all of a sudden it's like, oh no, I'm scared. I'm not bringing in money, and all of a sudden, not only are you not bringing in money, you're stopping to do what you normally do because
Mhm.
you're in this fear. It's like, oh, you're focused on the fear and on the negative side of it all. Just keep going. Things will be fine. Things will, will be okay. Don't give up, and don't give up on opportunities like this, no
Right.
matter how big or small. If you're, if somebody invites you to go speak, go speak. Don't say no to anything because, oh, I have to go out with my kids, or I have to go out and I have to go make dinner. It's like, make time, until you get to become to that person where you can decline things. You need to take on everything and anything you can, because you never know. One opportunity can change your whole life. One interview can change your whole life, because it could be that one person that gets referred to the other one person. It
Mhm.
becomes this like this domino effect, and
Right.
you never know. There's always that one person that can really make your business and bring you consistency in your business for life.
Yeah. In my last interview, we had Maggie, and she talked about and how sometimes you go 5 levels deep of referrals.
Yes.
That's your key person. So you can't stop now and feel like, oh my God, nobody knows me. What am I going to say? What am I going to talk about? I think right now, because a lot of people are in lockdown, or if not, you might be soon. I don't know. What you should take this opportunity to kind of tap into your passions, tap into your skills. And don't you think they should use the best of this crisis, and or take this adversity and make it an advantage to them? So how do you think they can do that? I know you said a lot, but
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There's so many things that you can do to make this benefit you. Start a podcast, be an expert, be known as an expert. Start a podcast, start writing. Maybe you need to write, self-publish your own book. Start creating a course, like anything, like just make this be the time where sometimes it's like we are blessed with, something to make us calm down. Like if you really look at what's happening right now around the world, it's very sad and it's very scary. But look what's happening to our countries. Like Italy, the water in for example, they're saying the water in Venice is clear as crystal. It's never looked this great. The In China, the air pollution and the like, it's really bad, the air pollution in China. But right now it's like it's great. It's improving. So it's like the world is fixing itself. It's adjusting itself.
mm,
So take this advantage of this time to adjust what's broken in your business or broken in your life and fix it. Get certified in something. Maybe take a training program. Actually, I'm partnered with Radiant Coaches Academy, and we're offering now, we're going to be announcing, we're offering half price certifications where you can become a holistic coach. Instead of $5,997 to become a certified coach, it's only 3,000. So
wow.
it's like, we want to help people get opportunities to be able to up level their, their credentials and up level
Mhm.
their training and their knowledge. So it's like there's just so many things that you could be doing right now, but take it as a time where you can create so that you can start selling and you can start making, making that opportunity. Start recording yourself in videos. Just start doing a whole bunch of videos or just audios. If you're not comfortable with video, use audio, and you can do a screen share, or you could just do an audio and use there's Headliner. If you go to Headliner, you can create, I'm sorry, I can't remember what they're called, but there's like these radio waves or something like that. So it's not a video and it's an audio instead. And just start recreating a whole bunch of like little tips, 5-minute tips. Now you've got something that you can create as a lead magnet to start your funnel. Or you can go create something like putting it on YouTube and creating videos for YouTube, or just start doing a bunch of lives and start building your credentials and let people know that you are the expert at what you do. Just do a whole bunch of tips. People fall in love with you. If you don't have a group, start a group now. You know,
Mm,
like start
yeah.
doing all the missing pieces in your business. Now is the time to start doing it. I have all these courses and all that stuff. So I start putting them together and I create bundles or, just start creating mini ebooks and you can start selling them and just start seeing where you can start creating all that, all these different things. And yeah, and then you
Yeah.
can start selling it and you can start, grab somebody that that would be a great feat, like a great connection for you in your business, and work together and joint venture, maybe on a summit, start an event. A summit would be great, or a workshop together, and partnering with somebody to help you and you to help them can be a great way to start, creating some income together and start and building again your credibility.
Yeah.
So there's, oh my gosh, I could go on for hours, but anyways, that's that's the
Yeah.
start.
No, but yeah, but this is the time to reinvent yourself. This is the time to recreate who you probably wanted to be a long time ago. And now the universe is like really pushing you out and
Do
saying,
it. Yeah.
either you do it or I'm going to make you do it. Right. So you might as
Yes.
well just sit and make the best of it right now
Yeah.
while you're home, and you can put on that thinking cap and really create something strong for yourself
Yeah.
and for others, because whatever you're going to create, it's not going to be for you, it's going to be for someone else to build them up. Because I believe that it's about building communities, it's about giving support to people and being that leader that really guides people, opens up paths for people to make it happen for them. So, where can they reach you, Serena? Because I know a lot of people would probably want to communicate with you and connect with you.
Absolutely. Well, you can find me at amazingwomenentrepreneurs.com. We have lots of great goodies on that website, lots of free gifts and lots of content. You can also find me at visibilitymaven.com. And you'll get some great content there also. And you can contact me through either one of those websites. Thank
Yeah.
you. And of course, connect with me on Facebook. You can click on my profile. You can connect with me. Look me up as Serena Carcasole, and you'll see all my connections of my pages. You can even look up Amazing Women Entrepreneurs, and you'll be able to find my page and my group and all that.
Yeah. Well, thank you. And then we're going to ask if you have any questions, go ahead and comment. Like, we're going to ask if you can share, because I know there's a lot of people out there, entrepreneurs, that feel like, what am I going to do with my business right now? And I think that you should connect with Serena. You should be able to watch this video because she gave amazing tips on what to do during this difficult times, during this crisis. And you can also connect with me in the Master Manifestor Lab. It's a private Facebook group, but it's absolutely free. And you can connect with me in the Spiritual Journey business page of Facebook. Of course, I'm Angelica Underwood, and you can find me in any of the social media. But most importantly, we want you to walk away with one thing, one nugget. So just one nugget to end it,
Start
Serena.
the podcast. Start your podcast. Start doing it. You'll be really happy you did. You build that credibility. Be the expert.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Serena. I know that you are a really busy person, but this was very important. And I know that many people out there will benefit from this message once they listen to it. And I know one thing will be able to help them for that recession proof business in a time of uncertainty. So thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah.
And
Thank you for having. Thank you, everybody.
thanks. Bye bye.
Thank you. Stay safe.